Journalists are Abdi here at our New York headquarters. We are coming on the air with breaking news. There's been another deadly mass shooting in America.
At least 8 people were shot and killed in a shooting late Thursday night at a Fedex facility near the airport in Indianapolis.
Again, at least 8 people are dead this morning. Multiple other people were injured and went to local hospitals. At least 4 people were hospitalized, including one person with critical injuries. 2 others were treated at the scene. No law enforcement officers were injured. We understand police have said the gunman shot and killed himself.
One employee said he had just sat down to eat with a coworker when the shots rang out.
I opened my chips, got my sandwich, about to take a bite. He was about to take a bite out of his sandwich, and we heard 2 loud metal clangs at first because they didn't sound like gunshots at first. They made because there was a loud clang after the first 2, and then my buddy Levi stood up as he was kind of squatting at the bench and then looked over and out into the parking lot. Didn't see anything yet. And then we heard 3 more shots. And then my buddy Levi saw someone running out of the building, and then more shots went off. Somebody went behind their car to the trunk and got another gun, and then I saw one body on the floor.
And when officers arrived at the building just after 11 p.m., they say the gunman was still firing. Right now, though, police say there is no longer an active threat.
Again, this happened just after 11 p.m. in Indianapolis, near the airport. A Thursday evening, Indianapolis police responding very quickly to that FedEx ground plane field operations center where those shots were fired. As officers responded, they came in contact with that active shooter. The alleged shooter died by suicide at the scene. Again, 8 people dead from gunshot wounds. The gunman not included in that number. Investigators are still trying to determine a motive, exactly why, how this happened at that facility. We also understand from our local affiliate there in Indianapolis that increased security there at the main FedEx facility. This is not the main one. Again, this is the FedEx ground plane field operations center, but we understand at the main FedEx facility in that city, there is increased security just for safety at this point, precautions after this latest mass shooting here in America.
And we are just getting a statement in from FedEx. They say, quote, "We are aware of the tragic shooting at our FedEx ground facility near the Indianapolis airport. Safety is our top priority, and our thoughts are with all those who are affected. We are working to gather more information and are cooperating with investigating authorities. We do know that more than 4,000 people work at that facility, and there may have been more than 100 present during that shooting."
As you would imagine, family members, concerned family members, are arriving at that scene. They've been told to go to a nearby hotel where they're gathering. We understand from reports coming out of that hotel that family members who gather, obviously very emotional scene there as they try to learn more information about their loved ones who are at that facility. So many people who work at that facility, even at that late hour, because they work at all different shifts there. We don't know how that gunman entered the facility, entered the building. We don't know much about the gunman at all, besides the fact that the gunman died by suicide. Police have not released the gunman's, the shooter's identity. We are still working to find that information out. But again, multiple injuries at different hospitals. We know of 4 transported in critical condition with gunshot wounds by ambulance, 3 others with various injuries, 2 treated at the scene, and released multiple other walk-ins to local hospitals in the area from the scene, because we understand once those shots rang out, it was chaos at that facility.
And as you described, a very emotional scene at a local Holiday Inn where families are now gathering at the lobby. We're told there are people who are hugging, just trying to find out more information. They, too, watching this all unfold on the news, just looking for answers, those answers and details coming in as we speak. Of course, this is coming on the heels of 2 recent mass shootings, one in Boulder, Colorado, the other in Atlanta, Georgia. And as you can imagine, loved ones just trying to get answers, watching this unfold on live television.
And people at that scene are still being interviewed. Investigators trying to learn as much information as possible from those who saw that gunman, heard the gunshots. And so we understand there's a large-scale, widespread investigation that's happening right now. We understand there are multiple agencies on this scene assisting Indianapolis police as well. And just a short time ago, police held a briefing for reporters. Here's some of what they had to say.
As officers arrived, they came in contact with an active shooter incident. Preliminary information at this time is that the shooter has taken his own life. We don't don't feel that there is an active threat to the community at this time. We have multiple people with injuries consistent with gunshot wounds. We have others that have been transported to various hospitals throughout the area. We are asking that if you have family members that work at Fedex and you have not been able to make contact with them, and you are responding out here, that you go to the Holiday Inn Express, located at 8555 Stansted Drive. IMPD Chaplain's office, along with several others, will be at that location to assist.
You could just hear the raw emotion in her voice as she shares those details. It's important to reiterate right now, this is not an active scene, but that was not the case when police arrived on the scene around 11 p.m. They did hear gunshots being fired as they approached the scene. Currently now, the situation is not active.
And we know that when police have encountered these mass shooting incidents before, that they're told to march right toward the threat, rush toward the threat to stop the threat. We've seen, unfortunately, in this country, so many mass shootings where police, they know the routine. They know what to do when there's a mass shooting. And the fact that those shots were still ringing out there, they rushed in apparently. We are still getting more details again about the scene and exactly how many people are injured, but again, 8 people dead at that mass shooting at this Fedex facility, that gunman opening fire just after 11 p.m., that facility near the Indianapolis airport. And also, we're getting some witness statements, and we understand that a witness who said he works at the facility told a local affiliate that he saw a man with a gun after hearing several gunshots, and he said he saw the man with a submachine gun of some sort, an automatic rifle, and he was firing in the open. Again, these are preliminary reports. We have not gotten any information on the type of weapon that this alleged shooter was using from police, but we also understand that another man told an affiliate that his niece was sitting in her car in the driver's seat when the gunfire erupted and she was wounded. So we understand that this happened not only in the parking lot, but also in the facility. Again, only one gunman, but we understand firing indiscriminately, hitting a number of people.
And to set the stage for you, that witness that you spoke about earlier that was describing this scene says that he was sitting down to eat a sandwich with a coworker. These people were working late into the night, taking lunch breaks, just working at this Fedex facility where we believe that more than 100 people were present when they heard these shots ring out. We do not know a possible motive. That is what police are searching right now. Witnesses are being interviewed on the scene as we speak. Family members nearby, just on standby, waiting to hear back, waiting to hear on the condition on some of their loved ones. They're told to hang tight right now as the information comes in. As we're speaking to you, the information is coming in, and they're being held at a local Holiday Inn. And as you can imagine, this is a very emotional scene there. More than 4,000 people are currently work at that facility, but more than 100 were present and 8 people have died.
As you would imagine, with a mass casualty scene like this, we have a large investigation, and there are a number of people for investigators to speak with. Surveillance video at that facility, obviously when it comes to FedEx or any type of large shipping company like FedEx, there are a number of cameras on that scene, and so that will aid investigators as well. We understand even though the active shooter threat is over, it is a very large crime scene, because with the multiple injuries that we're hearing from people who survived this latest mass shooting in America, we're hearing that people were hit in the arm. They were able to walk themselves or get themselves to the hospitals as well, and did not wait on the paramedics to get them there. They jumped in their cars. You see that large parking lot there. They were able to still get to their cars. Many people got themselves to the hospital, so you can imagine the chaos that's also unfolding at local hospitals as they treat multiple victims here.
And this morning, FedEx is responding. They say they are cooperating with authorities, adding that their thoughts are with all those affected. Once again, I want to read the statement to you. They said they just sent this out a short time ago. They say, quote, "We are aware of the tragic shooting at our FedEx ground facility near the Indianapolis airport. Safety is our top priority, and our thoughts are with all those who are affected. We are working to gather more information and are cooperating with investigating authorities." That statement coming in just moments ago. Of course, they are also monitoring this situation going on in their facility in Indianapolis.
Yeah, all this means is is going to be martial law, man. You know what I mean? That's all this mean, right? America done, man. America done, man. We get the book of Jeremiah 51. If we get shot. Jeremiah 51. This is the word y'all love, huh? Jeremiah 51:9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the sky. So America's time is up. A lot of people have mental health problems, right? Because it's time. This note also 2 Timothy 3 verse 1. Like the last days, perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High. So, Second Ezra 6:22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, and the trumpet shall give a sound which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Yeah, so they were going on in America. Always some shooting. Always some grievance to behold, man. But there's the world you all love, huh? We ain't safe in America, boy. All praises to Al Bash, Shay.